Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're gonna focus on tab components. Tab components is basically when you have a button, you click on a button, certain content will be available. That is what we're gonna focus on. And let me think. We're also gonna focus on some job seeking. Let's actually do that first and let's set a timer so we don't get biased what we are doing. So that is very, very important. So yeah, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me make a 6 on today in 7 years. And yeah, let's get into it, right? Let's check it out. Let's see what's going on, right? Let's see if we can find some jobs. And we're doing that every day, right? We're doing that every day. Very important. Hi Subham, welcome back. Glad to see you today. How was your day? So yeah, quick introduction. We're gonna focus on tab filters. So basically, if you click on a button, then it shows certain content. That's what we're looking for, and we're also looking for. Let me think. Job seeking. So it's not gonna be a lot today because I have done a lot of repeating, so a lot of learning. So yeah, how are you doing? Let's see what we have here. Let's translate it to English. Right. We're just gonna check the main page first. Web editor. How fast can I be here? That's the question. Posting new stuff, manage mailbox, building new web pages. Okay, not bad. Right, I don't want to filter communication. Word plus is a plus. Your experience with Canva Photoshop. Communicator. Does language. Okay, but do I need to yeah, this is basically a CMS job. I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT just in case. Um, pretty basic to be honest. Plus broke my laptop. Oh, that's not good. Laptops are very expensive. That's why I don't have one, and they break more often. That's why I have a computer. Um, is this a CMS job where you manage website and WordPress and sometimes make pages, or is it more? Just I wanna see. Okay, it's more. Okay. Okay. What if I am a web engineer with CMS experience, also Canva and Photoshop? Sorry, I meant front end engineer. So I am too skilled for this job, or sure. Okay. What about you? Let's. Um. Yeah, I'm fine. So it was hot today compared to what it normally is. So light rain. Okay. Let's do directions. And let's assume I come from here. 23 minutes, but that's with the car. Oh, okay. 1 hour. That's not good. Okay, let's assume Amsterdam. Amstel. Let me see. Okay, let's see. How long is it? 43 minutes. How? How can this be 43 minutes? You go to here? Oh, okay. Oh, it's now. Okay. Arrive by like AM. Wow. How? Because this is just 20 minutes. What is exactly, how is this an hour? Let's go to an official website. It's confusing me. Okay. Um I'm still let's see. Okay. Like I don't know, like 12. Okay, 12:20. How long is it? Is it really an hour? 42 minutes, 36 minutes. It's a little bit too much. Okay, so this one is a little bit lower, right? But this should be like no more than half hour. So it's too much, to be honest. That's too bad because it seems very promising. That's very, that's very, okay. My cat jumped on it and broke one of his hints. I'm holding my screen with one hand and typing with another. Oh no! Oh no, can you not use like some tape or something? This is too bad for this one. Maybe it's fake as well. So, okay, this is a new one. I haven't seen this. Helmsman. Um, where is it? In Utrecht. Helmsman. Okay. Helmsman. Helmsman. Okay, it says it doesn't exist. Let's see. I'm using my pillow support to back. Bro, and you obviously cannot like just replace or something, right? Oh, it's fake. Oh, it's fake. 30 plus days ago as well. It's a fake job, I think. God damn it. I'm not gonna apply. So, alright. I use my pillow to support the back. So you have a pillow, then you have your laptop, and the screen is kind of hanging on that position, so it doesn't fall off. But are you holding it then? I don't understand. I don't even know what it is. It's back. What the hell is this? I've never seen this. Jesus Christ. Ah, okay. The metal frame. This job asks a lot. Hmm. I don't know about this one because DHL probably ask for 4 or 5 interview rounds for this kind of money. I'm not feeling it. Yeah, for ChatGPT, office skills normal to have, right? What do you mean, right? Like having Docker, okay, Git, sure. Cloud, like sure, it's a good skill to have, right? Like it makes you stand out. Kubernetes, yeah, no. Like fuck off. Okay, great. So let's start with the very beginning. HTML. Let's do date. Oh, got stuck. And the language changed again. Okay, let's see. It's too far, this one. So what you gonna do about the laptop then? What is are you gonna solve the problem? We already applied to this one. Right, that means that there are no new jobs. This one is too far. Okay. Um, let's do WordPress. One job. Okay. Okay. I don't think there's anything today. Doesn't look like it. Let's try another keyword. Let's try CMS. Okay. And let's do date. Sort by date. This one can go. Digital editor, National Geographic. Okay, what are you gonna do? News item, background stories, SEO content for Dutch writing. Discussion posts, CNC media. You have a creative pen. Okay, so it's like a copywriting. You have at least 3 years of experience. It's a lot. And it's full time. Oh, it's oh no, it's like a big. Never mind. Damn it. It looked too good to be true. Editor and content coordinator. You're responsible for content strategy. Right? No. Never, never mind. E-commerce specialist. Oh, with the I remember this one. We have seen this one already. Okay. Okay. Doesn't look like any new job. Let's try CSS on date and stuck again. Okay. And translate it again back. So okay. No new jobs. Okay. How about React? Okay. Dates. Is it still in English? Yeah. Doesn't look like anything new, but let's check the second page just in case for this one. We haven't tried this keyword for a while, so will be a lot of seniors. Right? Oh, this is Qbot. I've already spent a lot of repair this laptop multiple times. It's 7 years away, so I'm gonna buy a new one. Yeah, just buy a new one. And why are you going for a laptop? Why are you not going for a computer, like a desktop environment? Okay, no new jobs here. Okay, great. How about I'm just gonna say developer. I'm gonna do date. Just buy a new one. Like especially when you use it every day, right? So What is this? What is this? Preferably Angular version 10. This is very vague. Oh, it's a full stack. Hey James, I'm back in the mountains now and just got back from doing some trial maintenance. Just waiting for my turn in the shower. Little senior life again. I figured say hi and like the stream. Hey bro, welcome back. Yeah, we here. Right, we're looking for maybe a job today, but it doesn't look there's anything. And the hell's this? Um, it doesn't look like anything is online. It's been quiet the whole week. Like it's already almost Thursday, and there hasn't been a job for like 4 days straight, I think. So that's not good. But yeah, I'm happy that you successfully got there and you know, try to relax a little, right? So okay, let's go to the that one, this one. What is this? E-learning developer. Experience creating e-learning modules for medical professionals will be a plus. Or content team. This is an exciting dynamic. Oh, when they say dynamic, that means that they don't know what they're doing. It's a keyword. For a fresh graduate junior will be responsible to create high quality e-learning modules with the subject matter. Assistant carry product 600 e-learning modules. Your knowledge and skills will contribute to regular innovative modules which serve surgical professionals worldwide. It's a it's it's a very weird fake. I would no, not fake, vague job. If I ever went to college offline, then it's not allowed to bring desktop to the hostel. I can carry my laptop anywhere. Yes, that is true. That is true. But the thing is, I'm looking for a job, and every job is gonna give me a laptop. So I am not buying a laptop. I actually borrowed a laptop if someone wants me to come to the office from someone, but I'm not buying a laptop. Like I had a couple of laptops in my lifetime, but they got either very slow or the word, the value degraded or became hot and I don't know. Laptop never solved that problem. There's a lot of problems. You took care of all your other clients? No, I still have one client. But that client is somewhere in May, like in the end of May. It's gonna be a WordPress client. It's the cleaning services. So, but I just wanna get this thing going, and I talked to the client, and it's not necessary. She doesn't necessarily need a website right now. That's what he said. So, and we already made a deal, and so it's safe. What is this? We are remarkable. We are accessible. We are adaptable. That's who we are. Sounds like company culture. What is that? What does that mean? There's no tech stack, nothing. It's basically saying, hey, you come in here and you're gonna make pipelines, and that's it. And you're gonna just fix our bugs. And they want a bachelor's and master's degrees and 2 years of experience in an agile environment. This row, I just reported them for a fake advertisement. Informatics. S- We are looking for a front-end specialist with C Sharp and Blazor. So Blazor is probably a framework on C Sharp. Let me see what ChatGPT is gonna say. Right? ChatGPT is gonna say, "Oh, this is reasonable," right? And how about this one? Is it reasonable for a front-end developer job? Yeah, this posting is mostly reasonable, but it's a bit unusual. If you're front-end dev with a .NET background, why are you lying? Why are you lying? C Sharp is and Blazor are not front-end at all. Okay. Yes. What? Who would do this? Let's go online. Let's see if C Sharp Blazor full project. Okay, show me the money.
Front-end web applications with HTML, CSS, and not JavaScript, but C#. By leveraging the power of WebAssembly, it's able to eliminate JavaScript from your front-end stack. It was created at Microsoft in 2018 by Steve Sanderson, the developer famous for creating Knockout.js years earlier. Just like React and other modern UI libraries, you build components, called Razor components, that encapsulate parts of the user interface. What makes Blazor special is its ability to blur the lines between client and server. Thanks to Wasm, you can run C# code with your favorite .NET libraries in the browser, or alternatively, run your client-side code on the server and stream changes back into the DOM via Signal IR, a tool built on top of WebSockets for real-time communication. In addition, Blazor components are capable of running on any platform. With .NET MAUI, you can reuse your code natively on iOS, Android, or desktop. Now, if you're not convinced C# can get the job done by itself, it can easily interop with JavaScript on both the client and server. To get started, install Visual Studio with ASP.NET capabilities, then generate a new Blazor WebAssembly project. The root of your application contains a router in the app.razor file. Notice how it's structured with a variety of built-in components like router and layout view that don't need to be explicitly imported like a JavaScript app. Now create a new page by adding a Razor component to the pages directory. At the top of that file, add the page directive to specify the URL pattern. We can then add a title using a built-in Razor component, or simply add some plain HTML here. But now it's time to add some reactive state to this application, which can be accomplished with the code directive, which allows us to write logic with the industrial strength reliability of C#. Define a property like count, then use it in the template with the
Wait a minute. What do you mean private int? If it's private, You can only use it here in this. Okay.
at symbol. The value is reactive, so anytime it changes, the template will re-render. We can add a method to the code to increment the count, then bind it to a button as the onClick event handler. Now to make the component look pretty, add a matching CSS file, and all the styles here will be scoped to that component. Now when it comes to sharing logic and state between components, Blazor has dependency injection built in, which allows you to write a class in one place, then inject it into any component using the inject directive. In addition, when you add a component to the shared directory, it can be used instantly throughout the entire application, and not only runs on the web.
Okay, okay, I get the gist. I was wrong. uh, the top chat setting. Oh, oh yeah. Give me a second, Douglas. I have an excellent level at home with them. Take care. Shipping. YouTube really needs to get rid of the top of light as the default setting. So annoying and stupid. Yeah, I forgot about it. Okay. I learned something. That's where is it? Hinge data. Let's see if it's close. We just apply. Who cares? Um, 1 hour. Never mind. 1 hour away. I'm not interested. But at least we learned something. But I don't think we have any Blazor jobs. That's Let me get the music back on. I don't think we have any Blazor jobs, to be honest. This is a unique one. Blazor. 4. Yeah, there's 4. And they want 5 years of experience. Yeah, you're not gonna find that, bro. And first phone intake. I've never seen this shit. Okay, I'm gonna continue. Let's do one more page and then call it a day for that one. And then we're gonna do some programming. Technical developer. What does it mean? What does this mean? Oh, okay, it's an engineer. I don't have this. Hmm. Did I apply for this? I don't know. Well, probably. Oh, motivation, offer. Okay. No, I probably applied for this already. Okay, so there are no jobs. Now we know. Let's get into the coding. Let's uh, let's do that. All right. So let me read. Yeah, what laptop are we gonna buy, Sapam? And I'm not sure if he's still here, Douglas. So what are you gonna do now that you're at the mountain? This is what we did yesterday, by the way. So let's see. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Okay. We had a question, and the question is tab components. So I don't know what it's gonna be. I'm gonna set fetch. Oh, async fetch. Okay. What is the goal? Let me see what we have on the. Okay. So we have 3 buttons, it seems, and we want to display the piece. So the first one is already available, which is welcome to our home page. But if I click on another button, it should then remove that other one and then add the other one in. Okay. So let's read. We have a label and a content. We're using that with the tab label and tabs active tab content. Okay, so this is how we do that. Okay, and the goal is then again to when I click on profile, what we're gonna do, we're gonna actually do switch statement here. We can do if statements here. Um, Actually, because it is I'm not sure why it's displaying that like that. Shouldn't it be 0 as well? Shouldn't it be the first one? Oh, I get a W? Why do I get a W? Oh, okay. Ah, I see. It displays the first letter. Okay. I don't know why though. Alright. So that way we have. What laptop are you going to get? That was my question. Um, so we need to think about the strategy here. How are we gonna approach this? So, um, so the label's already visible. Oh, okay. Why would you do that? Then why would you play that here? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, active tab. It depends on the data. Mm, I actually think it's finished. So that's the weird part. I don't see why it's not finished. And how the hell is it able to? Oh, okay. I see why it's accessible. Okay. Okay, so we need to make an on click, right? So function button handler button handler. Let's do first a console log. This console log is gonna be like button handler click. Okay, and let's see if that works. On click, we're gonna do button handler. Okay, let's go here. We have that here. I'm just gonna show you soon. Okay, it doesn't matter on which one I click, they will all show me. Okay, great. So that's working. Now, going back, what we want to do is if we know what tab we clicked, then we should go there. So, um, what button did we click? So then, if that is the case, we probably need an index. We need to know what the index is. Okay, what button did we click? And then we should set the index to a particular button, right? To a particular label or tab, right? Or content. That's what we should do. So how do we know which button we clicked? That is because of the index. So then we could say if index. Oh wait, we are declarative coding. So set active tab, and then we're gonna say fire a function, and if index let me see. If index is no, that won't be correct. Like we are correct until here. Okay, let's think about it for a second. I'm going to work here for 3-4 days at a time. Then I'll be able to go home and for the rest of the week. This way, I'm able to provide health insurance and financial support for my brother's widow. They provide good benefits for you and your loved ones. Oh, that's awesome. You know, one of the things that if you got this opportunity that you can, you know, your healthcare is done and you can eat and you can be happy and you can with your family, that's all you need, you know. You don't need to be doing this challenge for 7 years, right? If you can just enjoy life like that, it's awesome, right? I'm jealous even. Okay. Um, we need to know what index is, so we need to have access what the active tab is or some kind of element. So let's do element and fire function, right? And then we have to say element if the element is equal to if element is equal to the tab's active content, right? Like this. Um, then um, we want to return let me think. Return null. Else, what do we want to return? Um, when I say tabs, I mean tabs.content. And does it recognize content? Property content does not exist on. Yes, it does. This is a format issue. Mm, let's think about the logic again. If the index is equal to the label or content, okay, let me think about it. Okay, we need a particular index. If you click on a button, maybe you should use a filter, by the way. So when a button is clicked, okay, button is clicked, show content, show content. But then we need to know the index, right, of that content and label. So if they are not the same, index plus plus or show nothing, right? So we need to go to the next one. Okay, say on click. Okay, so on click, you want to show the tabs.content. Okay, on click, so we want to show the tabs content. If there's no content, right? Like if element is equal to null, right? If element is equal to null, then but then we should create a loop. I'm not sure about that. If the element is equal to nothing, ugh, be very careful here. I need to think about what kind of method are we going to use. Are we going to use filter? But it should be a loop. So we should use map maybe. But we already have a map with the index. Okay, let's assume this one is here. Let's see what happens. And that creates an issue. Unexpected token. Why unexpected token? Oh, it's because of this one? Okay. Still an issue. Oh, that's because of this one? Okay. I just want to see what happens. Okay, so it pushes out welcome to homepage. In the button. That should not be. Then I'm just trying to check the boundaries what we have. Okay, we get 3 times welcome to the home page, so it's not looping, but that means that we have to loop. So then if that is the case, right, if that is the case, then it will be very easy. Then we can just say tabs.map and basically do the same, and where we can say tab.index. Just checking it out. Okay. You're right, it's a lot of hard work and physical labor, but it's worth it. Before he passed away, I was only responsible for myself. Now I have responsibility. Yeah, that's the thing with responsibility. So if you have responsibility, then you will work differently. Not harder necessarily, but you will have a different mindset. Okay. Um, because I'm using this, I have to return. And where? Yeah. This won't work, right? No, not because of this one. Oh yeah. I'm using tabs active tab content, but then I should use mm, tab dot content. Okay, so we have that. Now we need to filter them, right? So we know how to look them. Now we need to filter them. What we can do, we can say, we can filter, we can actually do identical checks, right? With a switch, for example, we could say like, hey, if like I said, active tab, we could say if we have an element, um, if the element is equal to, um, let me say, tabs.content, right? Tabs content, then which I should do a question mark. We should then return like the content, right? Like tabs content, I don't know, like whatever, 0 or something, whatever. Or we should return no. I'm not sure why this is 0. Should be no. Um, we can do something like this. But that doesn't make sense if we're gonna use it in a button. So we can say like if the element is just equal to, we can just set a label like if it's equal to like profile, right? Then we return tab dot content, something like that. We can do try to do that, but it will error out because I'm entering tabs dot content, so I have to enter that differently. But then we can use a switch statement like if, you know, else if, and else. Or we can use a switch, right? Like we could say then home, and then else. Well, there shouldn't be an else, but I'm I'm just I'm just trying to get the mind of it. I'm trying to solve it, and we can make it better later. Settings. But if we do it here, we can also say it here, right? We can just say if, I'm not sure if I can do it here, but I will try. If tab.label label is equal to home, then return tab dot content. Right? Can do something like that. I'm not sure where to place it, but we can do something like that. It's gonna error out though. Okay, yeah, of course, because I'm doing it here. What is the problem here? Cannot find name index. Why not? Can I not do an if like this? This should be possible. Let me see why it's not possible. This should be totally possible. Fix the error. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can then open. Sure. But then we don't necessarily have to do it here, right? Then we can do it here even. So, um, let me see what it returns. And because we are looping, let me see. This doesn't make any sense here, but actually we should do this. But it doesn't recognize it. Okay, no worries. Tab label is equal to home. Turn tab content. I'm just gonna. I'm choking, guys. Let me set a timer actually. No more than 5 minutes. Like we should not struggle too much. Even though we can answer it like maybe in 15 minutes, we should not do that. Because then it will take a lot of time to figure things out. So, and this is the first time I encounter this kind of situation, so. Okay. That will error out probably. No, it doesn't. Okay, that's good. So it does recognize this. So we can, instead of that, we can do no king index. We can then return these ones. Okay. I'm just checking out, guys. But I don't think that will work. That doesn't make any sense, I think. No, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. Because we're looping here, right? We cannot do this. Alright guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you. Have a nice shower and you know, take care of yourself. Relax a little. Alright. Don't stress yourself out too much, you know. Again, this is it's a way of life, right? So something looks okay. I think the best thing what we can do is do a switch statement, to be honest, and then say like, you know, um, if it's a keyword is home, then we return this one, you know, and if the keyword is content, we return this one, and then we return this one. How long do we have? 2.5 minutes. You know what? It's good. Show me the answer. I just failed. Okay. Solve the answer. Let's see. ChatGPT gives me. Oh, is it that simple? But we did that and it gave me an error. We did that like 10 minutes ago. And then, okay, we are close here though. Hey Andre, how are you doing? We failed our answer. This is our first time doing filtering with buttons. And we were very close though. We did this before, but I was like, nah, it doesn't make any sense because then I also have to map here. But apparently it did make sense. If tab.label is active tab, return, else return null. Yeah, fuck. Okay, good to know. Um, let's do this one. No arguments. I got one, yeah, because here is an argument. So this is the answer. Okay. Sure. Oh yeah, Andre. So let's slowly read. So we did something like this. Set active tab, easy element. If it's profile, but I should have set label, then I set the null before, but then I was like maybe not. So this is what I did previously. I said like if it's equal to the tab content, right? Then return that if it's tab label. What did I say? No, I think I said tabs dot label, and then I said like return like content, else you know, return content or null. This is what I said previously. We did make the loop, but we made it with different kinds of statements, so we were very close. But yeah, that means that we are making improvement. You know, like if you have if you have no clue, then it's a problem. So tired a bit with this short week. What do you mean with short week? It's strange to look twice. Yes, I totally agree on that. There's a better way to solve it. So my way of solving it, what I wanted to do is like we identify what the label is, right? Like what label is it? Is it home? Like is it home or like like a switch statement, like a switch statement? And then if the label is equal to home, right? Then we want to return return the content, you know, the corresponding content. Like the tabs on content. Right. This is what I wanted to do. And then I wanted to include that in a button handler. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, and just show the label, right? Yeah. So do it with a switch statement. Let me see what it. Yeah, this is something I wanted to do. I think this is a better way of doing it. Then you have to loop once, right? And just call the function. I'm not sure about the calling the function, right? But this will be my answer. Let's see if it works though. Yeah. Okay. Good. What would have been your answer, Andre? What would you have done? Would you have used if else statements, or would you just have like tabs and then like zero and then content, or what would you have done? Or would you have made a for loop or mapping? What would you do? Depends on the composition what you needed. Okay, basically the question is, um, let's go to the let's go to the content here. Basically the question is, if I click on home, we will see certain information. And if we click on profile, we see other kinds of information, and settings, you see also kinds of information. So a very basic tab filter. So no advanced tab filters. And these are tied to each other right now, but you can obviously make something like decoupled kind of labels, but that is something for later. So what would you have done? Then I would use material UI tabs. We're not talking about UI, right? Let me see. Material UI tabs. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. Yeah, but why would you why would you ever, right? Why would you how dare you to use custom while we have libraries for this? But that is besides the point. But let's assume someone asks me, "Oh, just make a tab filter," right? It's a very common stuff going on in the web development world, right? Someone asked me that question, am I able to make that? Because yeah, you're right. Because when I am actually making pages, I am also using libraries. I'm not thinking about I need to do it myself, right? So that's why we're doing that, just purely to change switch jobs. We're not doing it for oh, material UI. Sure. All right. I think that's good, right? So switch statement is an issue. Solve it two other ways. Let me see. Oh, yeah, we can use a find, of course. What is this? Oh, if active tab is true. Then show the tab content. I think that this is one is the most straightforward, but we're using object keys. Uh, no, we should stay with this one. I think this is a good one to use the find button or using switch statements. Okay, which one is your favorite? The switch statement or the other one? Yeah, yeah. Even though you would return the entire component. Yeah, but definitely know that you can use if you find tab, then tab label is equal to the active tab to show the current data, and then you use tab label. So, um, okay. I just wanna see because I never used the find one. Find. Okay, if you need the index of a value. Wow. Okay, so the find method of array instance returns the first element in provided array that satisfied the testing function. If no value satisfies the testing function, undefined is returned. Okay, so how does it use it? Then let's go back. It says step finds tab. Okay. Um, that is the current tab. And then it says tab label is equal to the active tab. This is a really verbose. It's a good answer, but tab label is active tab. And then you say current tab dot content. Yeah, and then it corresponds to this one. Right? So if you click on current button, then it switches the lab. Yeah, okay. I think that's a very good answer, but I don't understand the find method enough. This is something I should experience more. But yeah, let's make a screenshot. Um, Not this one, the other one, the switch statement. And we're gonna put it in Anki. Now, why are we gonna put it in Anki? I discussed this before. We are going to do interviews. We are not going to do programming. If we're just gonna do programming, then find is pretty simple. Yeah, but I've never used it before, so I don't know. uh, okay, tab, switch. Okay, I'm gonna make another one. Tab, switch, find. Okay, great. Oh, yeah, we failed this one, so let's do fail. Mistake. I think the mistake was um, not filled. And like we didn't finish this, not finished. So not finished. So I think we should do this. Today is the 30th. Oh, it's already May. I see. Uh, let's do 30. for 2025, and then we want to do this. Let's do the second one, 25, so I have time to adjust. It iterates to the array until the element meets the condition in a function. Does it have to be a function? Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Const array. Okay, we have array. Const found. Array find element with the element above of 10. Okay, so the first one found is what it brings back. Okay. Oh, that's pretty simple. Okay, let's try it again. The inventory is for fruit. Fruit name. Fruit name is equal to cherries. Okay. Console log inventory finds is cherries. Okay, it finds name cherries and a quantity of 5. So why does it push out quantity of 5? Because you are inventory find and you're not cherry find. Okay, let's try it here. Const result is inventory find with the destructors of name. So we are using the name, and the name should be equals to cherry. And then console log result. Okay, so these are the same thing. Yeah, it returns the element. Yeah. Um, these are the same thing. Okay. Yeah, let's not fuck around with this, with sparse arrays and those kind of stuff. We will barely use that. Calling find on an object, we also never use that. So let's return it. Let's read it again. Okay. A function to execute for each element array. It should return a truthy value to indicate the matching element has been fault and a false value is otherwise. The function is called with the following argument: element. The current element is being processed in an array, the index of the current element being processed in an array, and the find was called upon. We don't using this. The first element, otherwise undefined. Okay. It's an iterative method. Okay. There's tutti value, defined. Okay, callback functions for every index. Okay. Hi, welcome back. Welcome back. We are checking the find method. Just wanna see. Returns 12. Food name is cherries. Find is cherries. Finds food name. Also it returns, okay. Yeah, here on top it says which one we can use. So what I wanna do, is it solvable with filter? I was also thinking with filter. It's not the most efficient. This, I was thinking about this first. Let's see. How, bro? This was my favorite solution next to switch. So I am going to save that as well. Okay. 'Cause you're thinking I'm crazy remembering code. Well, the day will come. Filter. The day will come. They will ask me, and then you're like figuring it out for 20 minutes. They were like, "You're sweating, bro." I don't want to sweat. Okay. Um. Okay, we updated this. So tomorrow is gonna be model click and use reduce use context. Okay. We save this one and The difference between filter and a filter function always turns an array empty or not. So you need to check the length, not the existence. Yes. Yes, I understand. I understand. But we actually checked for this and it returned a W because I filtered it the wrong way. So then I scrapped that. It's- Okay, great. Um, yeah, I actually think that that is it for me. We need to do a lot of repeating, and I'm going to do that off stream. So repeating is going to be very boring. I will be back tomorrow because I don't want to design right now, and I am not working on a project that I want to work on right now because we're not making projects. So yeah, I think that that is it for me. So we did some job seeking. We did one question, and we have nothing lined up. Tomorrow we have this one lined up again, the to-do list, and also the fetching in 3 different ways. So tomorrow's gonna be a longer stream. And yeah, on the second day we have, oh, we also have the accordion, and on the second day we have these ones. So, oh, public holidays. Oh, really? You know, our public holidays this year, most of them are in a weekend. So we don't have extra holidays. We have like -5 holidays this year. It's very bad. Very, very bad. I really want to make a project again, but I should be careful. I'm not doing that right now because we have made a lot of projects. So should be very careful. Yeah, I'm gonna make this a wrap. I'm gonna do some offline memorization and I'll call it a day. See you guys later. Thank you so much for coming, Andre, Sapam, Douglas, and anyone else in the stream. I'm very grateful that you were here. And yeah, I'm keeping it consistent. I will show up every day. You can see it on all my videos, right? We have been showing up for 420 videos, which is a lot. And yeah, we just keep doing that, right? For the upcoming 7 years, we try to do very consistently. We never know what happens, right? But I try my best. So good night, everyone, and hope to see you soon.